Oreo has introduced a wild selection of flavors, and each new addition is a little bit more surprising than the last. It's hard to keep up, but we did the hard work, tasted a lot of Oreos, and compiled a list that ranks them from worst to best. Candy corn, the candy we all love to hate. Oreo decided to capitalize on that love-or-hate fame, debuting candy corn Oreos in 2012. The first year they were released, they were flying off the shelves, but that's most likely due to the novelty, as it couldn't be because of the flavor. Candy corn Oreos are essentially nothing like a regular Oreo, as it utilizes a vanilla cookie paired with a candy corn-flavored cream. Oreo did something fun with their yellow and orange cream, swirling it inside the cookie, but that festive decor can't mask the taste. Frankly, these things are sickeningly sweet, they're awful, and they're definitely not worth the hype. There are plenty of people who seem to love the Golden Oreo, but for the purpose of this list, it's not ranking very high. Golden Oreos are lackluster at best, yet somehow they're still on shelves. The vanilla version of the classic Oreo cookie debuted in 2004, offering up a plain vanilla cookie with cream filling, and it tastes just like that. Very, very plain. Oreo decided to ditch their cocoa flavor and swap it out for a more shortbread-like cookie, probably to appease anyone who hates to wake up their taste buds. Oddly enough, the ingredients don't even list vanilla, rather just stating natural and artificial flavors, so it's impossible to know what is actually flavoring these cookies. But the real answer seems to be not a whole lot. Of course, they're made with the same cream filling as normal Oreos, but without the chocolate or a flavored cream, they're basically just sweet, dull cookies. Oreo released its dark chocolate Oreo in 2018, specifically on December 21st to honor the beginning of winter on the shortest and darkest day of the year. Brilliant marketing, sure, but we don't think this cookie should get too comfortable yet. The dark chocolate Oreo uses the same chocolate Oreo cookies we know and love, but the cream filling is a little too far off the dark side. For dark chocolate lovers, these truly seem like the best idea ever. Not everyone likes a sweet cookie, right? It definitely makes for more of a deep, rich chocolate cookie experience, but the flavor is off, and it tastes a bit fake. Oddly enough, the ingredients do of course have chocolate on the list, but it's followed with artificial flavor, and we can tell. Unfortunately, you won't get past much more than one bite of this oddly flavored invention. The idea of lemon Oreos has been around since the 1920s, and they're fun, but not great. Lemon Oreos might just make you feel like you're enjoying a fancier Oreo, reminiscent of an afternoon tea party. The cookie is stuffed with a delicious lemon-flavored cream, similar to a lemon meringue pie. The beauty of the filling, because it's lemon, is that it's not a sugar bomb smacking you in the face. But why are lemon Oreos not closer to the top of the rankings? It's all about the ratio. While the lemon cream is delicious, the modern-day combination of a golden Oreo cookie just makes the whole experience odd. You bite into a dull, boring golden cookie and then finally get smacked in the face with delicious lemon flavor. It packs a punch for those who love tart, sweet lemon, but it craves a bit more balance. The worst thing about Oreos is that they're not calorie-free. Ever found yourself accidentally eating a whole sleeve?
Yes, Sheldon.
Calorie-free Oreos might be a fanciful dream, but Oreo did try to give their consumers a better option. Oreo's efforts to make a lower-fat version of their signature cookie is worth the applause, but with the texture of this choice, it may be worth skipping the cookie altogether. Regular Oreos clock in at a serving size of 3 cookies with 160 calories and 7 grams of fat. In an effort to lower that fat count, reduced fat Oreos with the same serving size of 3 dish out 150 calories but with 4.5 grams of fat. It's a slight variation in the numbers, but is it worth it? These cookies may be a good replacement if you can get past the texture. Biting into a reduced-fat Oreo is a whole different experience. The outside cookie is much crunchier than a normal Oreo, making you wonder what they decided to leave out or add in its place. They work when dunked in milk if you're feeling desperate, but overall, a pretty bland option. Carrot cake is another love or hate thing, and for those who are on Team Carrot Cake, Oreo came out with the perfect flavor. Their carrot cake flavor debuted in January 2019 as a permanent new flavor, assuming it would be a hit. For all of the carrot cake lovers in the world, they weren't wrong. The cookie actually uses a cookie base customized to the flavor, which results in a strong, spicy cookie with visible specks of cinnamon. This cookie nails that classic carrot cake flavor, helped by cream filling that emulates a cream cheese frosting, making for a tangy yet sweet burst of flavor. The theory of this Oreo is genius, but the execution may be a bit too sweet for most people. It's delicious to have one, but eating more than one may bring those cavities you've been ignoring to light. Oreo debuted their birthday cake Oreos in 2012 to commemorate their 100th birthday, and the flavor has stuck around since then. Funfetti has been the quintessential birthday cake flavor for decades, so emulating that only makes sense. It reminds us of sweet, thick frosting from decades past, all while housed in an original Oreo chocolate cookie. It's a unique mixture for sure, making many Oreo aficionados wonder why they didn't keep the golden Oreo birthday cake flavor around as well. But for the chocolate lover, this one works. There's plenty of people who list a chocolate cupcake with vanilla frosting as their favorite, and this combo makes that happen in cookie form. Overall, it's a little too sweet to eat more than a few, but otherwise, it's a solid, fun choice. Oreo cleverly debuted Red Velvet Oreos for Valentine's Day in 2015, advertising them as a limited edition flavor. As it turns out, Red Velvet was here to stay. That's exciting, but there's bad news. They're just okay, and a lot of that has to do with the execution. When people make red velvet cake incorrectly, all they do is make chocolate cake batter and add red food coloring. When red velvet cake is made the right way, there's buttermilk involved to give it that tangy flavor. But the red cookie that Oreo used here tastes just like the original Oreo cookie dyed red and paired with a cream cheese filling. Luckily, that filling is actually delicious, and it saves this cookie from falling lower on the ranking scale. Do you get to taste anything remotely like red velvet cake with these? Definitely not. Are they edible? Totally. Ah, the taste of a good latte, made with perfectly roasted coffee, perhaps paired with a slight scent of vanilla. Latte-flavored Oreo thins have to taste just that good, right? Close, but not quite. It's a chocolate cookie paired with a latte-flavored cream, and while the cream is a bit sweeter than one might hope, it's pretty darn good. With Oreo's use of artificial flavor in most cookies they debut, you definitely get a bit of that, but this flavor is pretty reminiscent of a good cup of joe while curled up with your favorite book. The balance of flavor is great, with the deep flavor of the cookie cutting through the sweetness of the latte cream. Dessert for breakfast, anyone? Maple syrup lovers rejoiced when Oreo debuted their Maple Golden Oreos. With all of the buzz around pumpkin spice, it was due time for maple to have its chance to shine, and Oreo released a ridiculously delicious product to do just that. Unfortunately, the Maple Goldens do use the same cookie as the original Golden Oreos, but it's taken to a whole new level with the sweet maple cream filling. For those of you who are maple syrup snobs, you'll definitely be able to tell this is artificially flavored. But Oreo did a good job of making the perfect match to balance out the dull Golden Oreo. It's a sweet flavor for sure, but well paired, making for a good combo that isn't too overpowering. It's definitely a worthy flavor to pick up in order to celebrate the changing of the leaves and the tapping of maple trees. Pistachio may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you don't necessarily need to be a pistachio flavor lover to get on board with these cookies. Oddly enough, the mixture of chocolate cookie with pistachio-flavored cream is delightful. It's a light, lovely flavor that isn't too sweet or overpowering. They're perfectly balanced, and because they're only made in Oreo Thins form, they're light and approachable. Making a regular-sized Oreo with pistachio flavor may be a little much, but for the purpose of ranking these treats, this flavor is pretty darn high on the list. For those of you Thin Mint addicts, this is a solid replacement for the rest of the year. Chocolate and mint go together like peanut butter and jelly. We've been enjoying the bright green combo of mint chocolate chip ice cream for years, or grabbing York peppermint patties on the way out of the store. It's a combination that surprises people in a good way, with the mixture of rich chocolate and refreshing mint. Oreo figured out how to combine the flavors of peppermint oil with their classic cocoa cookies. It was immediately a total hit, and we can definitely see why. Mint Oreos come in both original size as well as Oreo Thins, and both are just as equally magical. They put forth an incredibly strong, fresh mint flavor that is balanced wonderfully with the chocolate cookie. Peanut butter Oreos are incredible. There's just something so magical about the combination of peanut butter and chocolate, and actually, there's a scientific reason behind why we love it. People love contrasting sensory experiences, making the salty, savory flavors of peanut butter and the sweetness of chocolate a perfect match, so it's no wonder these are at the top of the list. It doesn't seem like Oreo used the same type of cream filling in peanut butter Oreos as other Oreos, and that's a good thing. The label actually lists peanut butter in the ingredients, so we know we're getting some real flavor there. It's a strong flavor balance of savory peanut butter and cocoa cookie, basically equating to cookie heaven. Seriously, they're wildly addicting. Here we are, the head honcho of them all. Even with Oreo constantly debuting crazy flavors, with everything at this point from Swedish Fish Oreos to Key Lime Oreos, there's something to be said about the original. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Oreo has been going strong for over 100 years with the signature chocolate cookie, and no matter how many new flavors are introduced, we all still go back to the tried and true version. Because of Oreo's longevity, those of us who grew up dunking the cookie in our milk may never let another flavor top the list simply due to nostalgia. Truly, we can never get sick of Oreos. As it turns out, a study found that Oreos might just be as addictive to humans as cocaine is, and we can see why. When the original combination of two crispy chocolate cookies sandwiched with a sweet milky cream filling was debuted, Oreo had struck gold. To this day, we can all still eat an entire sleeve of Oreos, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. It's the ideal combination of contrasting yet complementary flavors all in one. They're still lickable and still perfectly dunkable just the same, all of which makes original Oreos almost as good as Hydrox. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more mashed videos about your favorite desserts are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.